to name. I had, I had an uncle who was a professional baseball player. My dad was a stud high school running back.
I had Lulays that I played sports with. My older brother played sports with Lulays.
They started a very rich tradition of success in all the sports at our school.
He always had this dream, this vision about what it was that he wanted to do.
I don't think at any time, his confidence wavered or he changed his dreams, for what he wanted to be doing in the future.
And Travis Lulay, he's going to score! Touchdown, BC!
This is rural Oregon, just outside the town of Umsville, population 3,500, where Travis grew up. Now, in this area, the name Lulay is synonymous with athletic success. Success that dates back some 80 years.
Travis's great-grandfather, Bill Lulay, built a baseball field here in 1932. Travis's uncle Doug started quarterback in high school and college, and his father Dennis won 3 state football championships at Regis High School in nearby Staten.
It was his dad and Dennis's brothers and cousins that actually started the rich tradition of football at Regis High School. In 1974, there were 4 Lulays on the team. In 1975, there were 5 Lulays on the team. In 1976, there were 6 Lulays on the team.
How do you remember all?
Well, because I kind of investigated a little bit.
So no one was surprised that Travis and his brother Tyler followed the same well-worn family path.
We just grew up loving any kind of sports, any kind of competition. Every day when we'd get home, it was, we'd knock out homework and then go play whatever we played.
Well, where our family lived was about 20 minutes outside of town. And so that's what we did out there. There wasn't anything else to do, I mean, we went outside and we played sports all day long.
Oddly enough, there was no organized football in the area until high school. Despite this, Travis was the starting quarterback in his very first game as a freshman.
My cousin, Paul Lulay, was a starting quarterback at Regis. Paul actually got hurt the week of the first game, so I start. Adam Lulay as a tailback, Dustin Lulay as a stud receiver, slot back, and my first ever snap, I handed the ball off to Dustin, and he went about 70 yards for a touchdown.
Athletic excellence was not the only thing Travis pursued here at Regis High School. He pursued a star volleyball player. Her name was Kim Tower, and they became high school sweethearts.
I think our lockers maybe were adjacent to one another, and I just kind of started to notice him. I thought he was a good-looking guy.
She was the tall, cute blonde from the grade above me. She was into sports, so I thought, why not? Let's get to know this girl.
After high school, Travis accepted a football scholarship at Montana State University. Kim went to Western Oregon, where she became a member of the volleyball team. A long-distance relationship began.
It was definitely tough, and because we were both competing in sports, we couldn't go away for a weekend. She was busy, all week and all weekends, and so was I in the fall. So it was basically I'd kiss her goodbye in July and see her again, after Thanksgiving.
We just tried to talk on the phone every night, and I remember having a calendar, and I just put, the next time I was going to see him, and then tried to fill up the time between then.
They were really focused on loyalty to each other, and they really were young love.
At Montana State, Travis was given the starter's job just a few games into his freshman year and never relinquished the spot. He left with school records for career passing yards, single-season total offense, and total offense in a career. But tryouts with the NFL's New Orleans Saints and the Seattle Seahawks failed to land him a starting job.
He wanted to play at the highest level he possibly could, but you find out really fast that it's a business, and sometimes you don't get a shot right off.
So much of professional sports is being in the right place at the right time and finding an opportunity and being able to grab hold of that small window whenever it shows.
I knew he was going to be a good player, but he was, again, one of those players that was just an in-betweener to get an opportunity on an NFL team. You just couldn't break into that starting position. But I knew he was a good player, and he's a tough kid.
The Seattle Seahawks sent Travis to play NFL Europe with the Berlin Thunder. And it was here that he faced a major setback. An injury to his arm threatened his career.
I called him the next morning. I remember sitting on the front steps, and he goes, "Dad, it's way worse than you might think it is." He said, "I can't lift my arm."
It was just hard in not knowing what might come of this. Was this going to be the end of my professional career or not?
After 9 months of uncertainty, Lulay finally recovered, but his NFL dream was over.
It was obviously very hard for him because, you know, success came so easy for him.
For me, I didn't get a great opportunity to continue playing myself in those specific spots, but I did have an opportunity to work with some of the best.
Lulay finally landed with the BC Lions in 2009. This season, though, marked the first time in 6 years he began as a starter. A season that opened with 5 straight losses.
That is tough. There's no other way to say it. But I really did feel that this football team was better than an 0-5 football team. So that's part of the reason I think I was able to stay positive, because I really felt like we could get things turned around.
Well, when he has a lot of stress in his life, I just make sure everything's okay at home. He can be there and not have to answer questions about football.
She's kind of my safe haven, and we can get away from the thoughts and the worries and the struggles that may happen in the career.
When Travis takes to the field later this afternoon, a large clan of Lulays will be here in support. Back home in Umsville, the community will also cheer on the name they know so well. A name that stands not just for sporting excellence, but also for perseverance.
Really instilled with the mentality that, you know, if you set your sights on something, if you work hard enough and are persistent, that you can eventually make that a reality.
I think I'm most proud of Travis just for the person that he is. You know, he's the person I wanted him to be, I guess. He's a good guy, you know, and that's what means the most to me as a parent, I guess. But to see him have his dream come true like this, awesome.
I'm extremely fortunate. So to just have that attitude of gratitude, just always being thankful for the things around me, I think has always allowed me to view things in a positive light.
Now, all you guys at home watching that are growing mustaches for Movember, did you see the mustache on his dad? That is a mustache. By the way, David, when we went down to Staten and Umsville, again about 90 K southeast of Portland, Regis is a small Catholic high school. Because we were coming, they had a special pep rally in honor of Travis Lulay.